As fans of Halloween know, Michael can get very surreal with some of his art exhibitions. Those are qualities of his that I've always admired.
Everything is really, really heightened in Halloween Kills.
There's blood and knives.
It starts at about 100% and it goes to about 500%.
It's a maelstrom of violence and fear.
There's a huge body count in this movie.
Michael Myers eviscerates everybody.
I feel at the beginning of the day, I've got so many ideas and shot lists and storyboards and all these great plans. And by the end of the day, I'm just trying to survive. Marcus, I think it's important that you keep an eye out and look, is he there, is he here? Like, where could he be is important.
We're constantly being challenged by all these other creative voices to see if we can beat things and just elevate it.
For David, his crew on a movie like this is crucial.
All right, picture, here we go.
The core of that crew, it's our first AD, Attila, Michael Simmons, our DP, Ronit, our script supervisor, and David is there and going, this is my vision, this is what I want to get for the day.
We have Tommy Doyle. He smacked the car.
I feel like every set needs an Attila. I've never met an energy like his.
Attila is there to keep this machine that we have moving so smoothly.
So that was great. Let's go back to one. That's no bueno. Woo! Let's do this.
Mike Simmons wants to make sure the story is being told to the best of their ability.
Mike, whose idea was this, yours or David's?
It was my idea.
Michael is often coming up with shots and saying, well, I think we should be doing this. And it's not like David is saying, like, this is the shot.
Let's check the eyeline for the eye camera.
I am so in love with Ronit. I love her so much.
Ronit is making sure continuity is in check.
If you look at her notebook, she's taking notes on every single little thing.
She puts up with no bullshit at all.
It all trickles down from David.
If there's not a movement or progression to the lights, then maybe it should all just start to happen.
A lot of these guys have worked with David for 20 years, I guess, when they went to film school together. And that says a lot.
You don't feel like a puppet or a technician. You're creating to the larger piece of work.
I like it.
The way that David allows Michael and allows Attila and allows Ronit voice.
He will listen and he will take what fits into his vision.
It's kind of like the best idea wins, and there's really no ego involved.
The entire group of people, actors, director, and crew, made this movie, and none of it you can do without them.
Again, give us 3 in a row.
Get back to kill game!
Now one very soft.
This is their movie, very much their movie.
Do you get sad when you have to kill cast members off?
Depends on who we're killing. All right, this looks good. Let's do it.
There are so many kills I can't even, you're gonna have to remind me of them.
Action!
Well, when we first started the creative process of murdering people,
Thinking of creative way to murder somebody is never the happiest process. How do you kill somebody thing without feeling like a real asshole?
We're seeing more on-camera deaths and more response to deaths, the aftermath.
Sometimes you want to see a gross-out gore gag and have the audience scream. Other times you want to be very implied and impressionistic about it.
You know, what's a nice kill? What's an interesting kill? What's a unique kill? And then, how do we do it? Can we just see everyone in their approximate positions for now?
Okay, and then open it up a little there with those guys.
What would happen if I said roll sound? We would make a movie. And picture.
The idea is that we've got probably 4 hours of prime inferno, but we only have one house, so if we don't get it, we're fucked.
Is that as crazy as that can go?
Whatever they're doing is a waste of time. Let's bring everybody in.
The artistry of the fireman deaths is beautiful.
So, Paul, you'll be right here on this lens.
That close-up shot was so fucking awesome of you emerging in the close. Then I go wide for the boom. A lot of it's going to be in silhouette. It's going to be impressionistic violence.
There's gonna be a blood splurt. Do what you want with that information.
It's definitely a new thing for Michael to be taking down 10, 12 people.
How much of the house will be on flames when that's happening?
All of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, it's going to be a weird night.
It was a stressful day because there was just a lot of pieces adding up.
So Attila.
Longer lens. We're gonna need everyone to bugger off that way.
Like, this house is not going to catch on fire by the time the sun comes up over the horizon. And I turn around, and then I hear a bigger whoosh, and this whole house is like ablaze. The house within like an hour, hour 10 was down to the ground. And we're all just stepping in muck and blood and body parts. It was hilarious. By the end of the night, everybody was just super pumped.
Cut.
Beautiful.
That is locked. We are cut.
Phil and Sandra have a house that's near Laurie Strode's. Of course, they are on the path of Michael Myers.
The fuck was that?
I see him get his head smashed here.
He grabs me and he pins me. Boom. Boom. That's fucking perfect.
Hey, Mark.
Call the cops!
Two very intense kills.
Grab your neck with your hand.
He said, hey, man, come on down to North Carolina. It's warm. You'll have fun.
That was amazing.
Oh, I came up with the idea of stabbing her in the neck with the fluorescent light bulb.
You're armed and he's not, and then you don't, and it's a little curious that he's going for the light bulb.
Utilizing things that are in your home or things that you have access to, and then trying to imagine, like, well, what if someone just pulled that fluorescent tube out and jammed this down your throat? It's like, yeah, that would suck.
You know, just make a big old opera out of it.
I was like, that'd be cool, right? And David's like, yeah, that'd be really great. Let's do that. And then when we were doing it, I was like, wow, this is harder than I thought.
It takes precision to pull those gags off.
There's the artistry, and then there's the mechanical side of it, which is getting blood to plump through and flow and explode the way you want it, the texture of the blood, etc.
So we had this, you know, full prosthetic appliance with bladders underneath it and fluorescent light bulbs out of plastic that retracted, that had a little gun shooting thing in it.
Just a slight bit lower. Go lower. Now we're gonna do a countdown, and that is the cue for the actual stab and for your blood gag. Roll sound. Roll. Stab.
There's a pretty amazing sequence at a playground. Sure to be very bloody.
Hey, Mark.
What the hell is that?
It's Michael.
When I first heard the idea that David wanted to bring back Nurse Marion, I was like, yeah, that's natural. We should just do that.
Hey, Michael. This is for Dr. Loomis.
She gets stabbed to death. Over and over and over and over.
Cut.
One more time.
3, 2, 1, bang. That was great.
One of the kills that gets me the most is Vanessa's untimely demise, when she tries to come at Michael Myers with a gun, and then he turns the tables on her quickly.
First shot hits the headlight. Second shot hits the hood. Bang. Third shot skips off the roof.
Everyone's apologizing that we died. Like, I'm so sorry you guys died. Like, man, I'd rather die by Michael Myers than anybody else.
It's shocking and effective.
You're always trying to one-up each other. So, you know, the script will say, and Marcus gets stabbed in the face. Well, that's pretty vague, right? Let's be more specific. Okay, how about we stab him in the mouth and it comes out of the back of his head? No, let's not do that, but how about we do that? And then it evolves. As opposed to just doing a fake head, we did a really cool appliance with like a half blade sticking out, blood tubes, everything. It was a really elaborate makeup. Very carefully. Watch your face. We did a reverse kind of gag, shot parts of it in reverse.
Gag.
So we went back and used a lot of old-fashioned tricks.
When we were filming it, it was almost just for our own sick pleasure and entertainment. Honestly, never intending to put it in the movie. But then when we tested it for an audience, we just heard the screams, and we just thought it was too delicious not to include.
Can we straighten out Shape's wrist? That's part of the whole fucking problem with fucking Angle.
I want to get high and dance.
I was just trying to think of who would be unexpected, surprising.
We're in kind of our own little world.
Did someone just go to our house?
Characters that would be fun to watch. So it wasn't just oppressive, melancholy.
I got this knife. I got this knife.
They do a zone defense.
Yeah, they zone it up. Field upstairs, downstairs, 2-3 zone.
Little John?
Big John.
Big John!
Good.
Everybody okay?
okay? No, it's good. He went down. That's fucking terrifying. I'm not gonna look at that. I did it.
We kill Big John. We were just gonna reveal him and find him dead, but we're actually shooting a thing where this shape's gonna come up and gouge his eyes out and shove his fingers in through his eyes into his brain and kill him, so that's cool.
Michael, you've come home.
I hope we're showing something that's going to stay in someone's head.
It's got a high body count.
The blood and the guts and the killing.
I always thought Michael Myers was flesh and blood.
This movie is savage. It's bedlam.
The more he kills, the more he transcends into something else.